My beloved child, do not move. Something is happening around you that you cannot see. I need you to stay right here with me. I need you to hear every word I am about to speak, because your spirit already knows this message is not random. Your heart already felt the pull. Something in you whispered that you needed to open this, that you needed to pause, that something was wrong even if you could not explain why. And that whisper was me. That feeling was me. I have been calling you, trying to reach you, trying to warn you gently, but now I cannot stay silent anymore. You are in danger emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, and I could not stay silent anymore. I watched the weight on your chest. I watched the thoughts that kept circling in your mind. I watched how your peace slowly started breaking without any clear reason. You tried to brush it off. You tried to stay strong. But deep inside, something felt off. Something felt wrong. And you didn't know what it was. Listen to me. What you felt was real. That heaviness was not just a mood. That sudden fear was not random. That confusion did not come from nowhere. Something began to rise around you. Something dark. Something sent to drain you, distract you, and weaken you. And I could not let that continue. I brought you here because the enemy has already begun an attack against you. You did not see it fully, but you felt its shadow. You felt its pressure. You felt the sudden shift in your emotions. You felt a strange restlessness in your spirit. You felt the way your mind started getting tired even when you did nothing. You felt the way people around you started changing. You felt small things going wrong for no reason. You felt peace leaving without explanation. That was not your imagination. That was not your fault. That was not weakness. That was the enemy trying to pull you away from what I am preparing for you. I am speaking because you were about to step into something that could destroy your peace, your blessing, and your destiny. There is something ahead of you that has the power to change your future. Something beautiful. Something sacred. Something I prepared with my own hands. But whenever I am about to lift one of my children higher, the enemy tries to stop them before they reach the blessing. And that is what has been happening to you. You were being pushed toward a wrong step, a wrong connection, a wrong decision, a wrong environment, something that would have drained you completely. I could not let you walk into something that would break you. That is why I am here. That is why this message reached you at this moment. That is why you could not scroll past. Your spirit knew this moment was important. Listen carefully. Your next few seconds matter more than you know. I need your full heart here with me. I need you to let my words enter the parts of you that have been hurting silently. I need you to let me speak to the places that feel weak, tired, or afraid. I am not speaking to frighten you. I am speaking to protect you. I am speaking to lift you. I am speaking to block what was sent against you. Every second you stay here, the darkness loses power. Every breath you take while listening to me strengthens your spirit. Every moment your heart opens brings my protection closer around you. Many people will ignore this, but you opened it because your spirit felt the warning. Others would scroll away. Others would think it is just another message. But not you. Something deep inside you said, "Wait, this is different." Something inside you whispered, "I feel like these words are for me." That whisper was my voice. I have been trying to reach you because your spirit is more sensitive than you know. You can feel danger before it touches you. You can feel my presence even when I speak softly. and that sensitivity is part of your calling. That sensitivity is why I chose you to read this. You are not here by accident. You are here because your spirit heard me calling your name. I have been watching what has been surrounding you, and I cannot let you walk into darkness unaware. You have been carrying too much alone. You have been fighting silent battles that nobody sees. You have been smiling through pain that nobody understands. You have been trying to stay strong while something has been trying to weaken you from the inside. The enemy has been whispering lies into your mind, trying to make you doubt yourself, trying to make you question your value, trying to make you feel abandoned, tired, confused, or defeated. But I have been watching it all. I saw when your heart began sinking. I saw when your energy dropped. I saw when your hope felt small. And I said, enough. My child will not walk through this without my voice guiding them. This is not fear. This is protection. This is me pulling you out of danger. This is me wrapping my presence around you. This is me stepping between you and what was sent to harm you. This is me saying, stay close. Stay here. Listen to me. I am with you. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Even in the moments when you felt like nobody cared, I was there. Even in the moments when you thought everything was falling apart, I was protecting you from things that could have destroyed you completely. I saw attacks forming around you before you even knew they existed, and I blocked them. I fought for you. I covered you. And now I'm speaking directly because I'm shifting things in your life. Stay with me. Do not look away. You opened this message for a reason, and your heart knows that reason better than your mind does. Something inside you has been crying for help, crying for clarity, crying for peace. And I am answering that cry now. I am holding you. I am guarding you. And I will reveal what you need to know, one breath at a time. Just stay here with me. Let my voice reach the place inside you where no one else can. You are safe now because you are in my presence. Stop what you're doing. Just stop for a moment. I need your attention now. I need your heart here with me, because something has been happening around you that you did not see, and if I do not speak now, you might walk into something that could harm you. Do not rush this moment. Do not look away. I brought you here because this message is the shield I am placing over your spirit. You needed to hear me, and you needed to hear me now. Comment Amen. Your faithfulness has never left me if He has carried you faithfully through trials. You have been walking with a strange heaviness on your chest, and you could not explain it. You have been waking up tired even after resting. You have been feeling a pressure in your mind, as if thoughts were not settling. You have been feeling disconnected from yourself, and you thought you were simply overwhelmed, or lazy, or drained. But you were not. Something was wrong. And that feeling you had, that quiet fear, that sudden change in your emotions, that whisper that something is off, that was me trying to warn you. I saw the spiritual atmosphere around you shift. I saw something trying to come close to you. I saw a force trying to drain your strength, weaken your clarity, steal your peace. And I could not let you walk through that blindly. That is why I am speaking with urgency. That is why I brought you here. That is why your spirit responded when you saw this message. You did not know what was happening, but you felt it. You felt the pressure. You felt the confusion. You felt the strange emotional waves. You felt a pull toward things that do not help you, and a push away from things that feed your spirit. None of that was random. You are not crazy. You are under attack. And I need you to understand this clearly, so you do not blame yourself. This darkness was not born from your choices. It was not born from your weakness. It was not born from failure. It came because you are close to something important, something the enemy does not want you to reach. You are close to a breakthrough that would expose the lies, lift your spirit, awaken your purpose, and strengthen your walk. You are close to a moment that will shift the direction of your life. You may not see the full picture yet, but heaven sees it, and darkness sees it too. That is why the pressure on you increased suddenly. Look back at the last few days or weeks. There were moments when you felt an unexplainable sadness, a deep heaviness that fell on you for no reason. There were moments when your mind started racing, even when nothing was wrong. There were moments where your heart started aching, but you could not point to a cause. There were moments when you felt distant from your own peace. You even questioned yourself. You wondered what was wrong with you. You started to think maybe you were losing control. But you were not losing control. You were being spiritually shaken. There were thoughts being whispered to you that did not come from me. Thoughts that made you doubt your worth. Thoughts that made you question your purpose. Thoughts that made you fear the future. Thoughts that made you feel alone. Thoughts that made you push people away. That is how spiritual attacks begin, not loudly, but quietly, softly, slowly. The enemy comes in shadows. He does not arrive with a roar, he arrives with a whisper. He does not appear in storms. He appears in small doubts. He works in silence because he knows you are sensitive, and he knows your heart notices things before your mind does. You notice the shift. You just didn't understand it. You said to yourself, why do I feel like this? Why does something feel wrong? Why do I feel off? And every time you felt that, it was my voice nudging your spirit, trying to get your attention. Every time your heart felt a quiet alarm, that was me. Every time your spirit felt uncomfortable for no reason, that was me. I was trying to tell you, pay attention. Something is trying to get close to you. But you kept pushing through, trying to stay strong, trying to handle everything alone, trying to ignore the signs because you didn't want to appear weak. But weakness is not the problem. Silence is. You were walking into danger without realizing it. And that is why I had to pull you into this moment. I need to protect you. I need to cover you. I need to speak into the darkness that has been trying to come near you. You may not know the full extent of what was forming, but I do. I saw where those thoughts were trying to lead you. I saw how close you were to falling into an emotional trap. I saw how your spirit was being drained without your understanding why. I saw the way your energy was being pulled, the way your hope was being pressed down. Something was trying to make you feel tired enough to give up on something important. Something was trying to fog your mind so you could not see clearly. Something was trying to push you into isolation so you would not reach the help or truth you needed. Something was trying to convince you that you were alone so you would stop fighting. Something was trying to distract you from me, from your purpose, from your calling, from your next step. And you did not see it fully. You only felt the symptoms. But I saw the source. Your support helps us keep spreading God's light. If our videos have touched your heart, you can bless our mission through super thanks. Every small act of love helps us reach more souls with His message. Listen to me. This is not just an emotional phase. This is a spiritual moment. The air around you has been heavy because of the battle around you. You have been feeling pressure because something has been pressing against your peace. You have been feeling lost because something has been trying to separate you from your light. And I refuse to let that happen. I am stepping in now. I am lifting the weight off your chest. I am clearing the fog from your mind. I am breaking the shadows that tried to surround you. I am speaking truth into every lie that was whispered to you. You needed to hear my voice because my voice is the only thing that can cut through the confusion you were experiencing. You needed to be reminded that you are protected. You needed to be reminded that you are not alone. You needed to be reminded that what you felt was not madness, it was your spirit sensing danger. You needed to be reminded that I am here, watching, guarding, defending you, even when you do not see it. Stop thinking you imagined everything. Stop thinking you were being dramatic. Stop thinking you were overreacting. Your spirit is strong. Your heart is sensitive. You feel shifts before they happen. You feel danger before it arrives. That is a gift, not a weakness. And that gift helped me lead you here. You are under divine protection right now. I have placed my hand on you. I am surrounding your mind with light. I am settling your heart. I am calming the storm that tried to rise in your thoughts. I am breaking every dark intention that tried to get close to you. Nothing will touch you while you are with me. Nothing will break you while my presence covers you. Nothing will confuse you while my voice guides you. You are safe because I am here. You are safe because you listened. You are safe because your spirit responded to my warning. And now that you are here, I will not let anything harm you. Stay close. Stay with me. Let me continue to speak. Everything that is forming around your life is about to shift, and I will guide you through it one step at a time. You are not in darkness. You are in my light. And I will not let anything take you away from the future I am preparing for you. I placed this message in front of you on purpose. I need you to understand that clearly. This did not appear by chance. You did not stumble into this moment. You were guided here. I interrupted your day because what is happening around you is too important for you to miss. You are standing in a moment where even small decisions can change your entire direction. A single choice, a single thought, a single step could lift you into the future I have been preparing for you, or pull you into a place that was never meant for you. And I could not let you walk blindly through this moment. You think you opened this message casually, but you did not. Your spirit responded to my pull. Something inside you said, wait, I need to listen. Something inside you felt this message calling you, almost pulling you by the heart. That was me. That was my hand. That was my voice whispering, look here. Stop here. This is for you. I placed this in your path because you were about to make moves without understanding the spiritual weight behind them. You were about to make decisions without seeing what was truly influencing your thoughts. I had to stop you. I had to reach you. I had to interrupt your day. You are at a critical moment in your life. More critical than you realize. The things you choose now will shape what happens next. The doors you walk through now will open or close things that affect your peace, your relationships, your purpose, and even your destiny. You are not in a small moment. You are in a turning point. You are in a place where heaven is trying to guide you, but darkness is also trying to distract you. You are in a moment where the spiritual world is closer than it normally feels. And that is why things around you have felt strange, heavy, or confusing. You have been hearing thoughts that were not yours. You have been feeling emotions that did not match your day. You have been thinking things that made you feel unsafe, unworthy, or tired. But none of that came from you. It came from the unseen activity happening around your life. There has been a battle over your mind, a battle over your joy, a battle over your focus, a battle over your peace, a battle over your next step. Darkness does not attack you loudly, it attacks you quietly, whispering doubt, whispering fear, whispering lies dressed as your own thoughts. And you started believing some of them because they came softly. That is why I had to speak. I had to call you out of the confusion before it settled deeper in your heart. I had to show you that the thoughts trying to rise in your mind were not born from truth. I had to show you that the heaviness you felt did not come from me. I had to show you that what you were feeling was not a sign of failure, it was a sign of spiritual interference. You were being influenced by shadows that wanted to push you away from your path. They were trying to shape your decisions without you noticing. But I noticed it. I saw it forming before you did. You were about to choose something from pain, not peace. You were about to move because of pressure, not purpose. You were about to say yes to something that would drain you, or say no to something that would bless you. You were about to react to a situation in a way that would affect more than you expected. And all of this was happening because your heart was tired and your mind was overwhelmed. That is why I placed this message in front of you. I needed you to pause. I needed you to hear me. I needed to realign your spirit before you took another step. You may not see it, but there has been spiritual movement around you. Angels have been near you, protecting you, blocking things meant to harm you. Shadows have also been trying to come close, whispering into your thoughts, stirring your emotions, trying to push you toward defeat, fear, or discouragement. You have been in the middle of this without even realizing it. And that is why your emotions have been unpredictable. That is why you have been feeling drained suddenly. That is why your peace has been shaking. That is why you felt lost, even when nothing was physically wrong. Your spirit was reacting to what your eyes could not see. Darkness works differently than you think. It does not always come through obvious things. It comes through small but tiny doubts, small joys. It comes through the moment you say, maybe I can do this. It comes through the moment you think, maybe I'm alone. It comes through the silent fear that rises out of nowhere. It comes through the sudden sadness that does not match your day. The enemy knows that if he can influence your thoughts, he can influence your decisions. And if he can influence your decisions, he can influence your future. Type Amen. My heart chooses you, Jesus, if your love and devotion belong only to him. That is why I needed to reach you immediately. I could not let him shape your next step. I could not let him push you toward the wrong path. I could not let him fill your mind with thoughts that do not come from me. I needed to interrupt the process before it went too far. I needed to break the influence before it settled into your spirit. That is why you felt the urgency to open this. That is why it felt different from other things. That is why you could not ignore it. You may think this is just a message, but it is more than that. This is me pulling you out of a spiritual current that was trying to pull you the wrong way. This is me stopping the momentum of thoughts that were not yours. This is me placing my hand on your mind and calming the storm you could not see. This is me creating a moment where you can breathe again, think clearly again, and feel protected again. This is me giving you clarity that darkness was trying to hide from you. The truth is, something has been trying to affect your direction. Something has been trying to make you feel like you are losing control. Something has been trying to push you into sadness, into fear, into emotional fatigue. Something has been trying to make you feel weak. But listen to me. You are not weak. You are in a spiritual moment. And the enemy fears what is coming for you. He sees the blessing that is about to reach your hands. He sees the breakthrough forming around you. He sees the shift in your destiny. And because he sees what you do not see, he tries to interfere first. But I will not let him. That is why I came. That is why I interrupted your day. That is why I placed this message in front of you. I am showing you what he hoped you would never understand. I am exposing what he tried to hide. I am breaking the influence he tried to place on your thoughts. I am protecting your next step because your next step is sacred. Your next step leads to something beautiful. Your next step leads to something I have prepared for you with love. You needed to open this immediately because the timing matters. If you waited, the confusion would have grown. If you ignored the warning, the darkness would have gained ground. If you walked forward without hearing me, you would have chosen from exhaustion instead of wisdom. That is why your spirit reacted so quickly. That is why you felt pulled. That is why something inside you said, "Open this now." That voice was mine. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not without protection. I am with you, right now, closer than your breath. And I will guide you through this moment. Everything that has been confusing you will begin to make sense. Everything that has been weighing you down will begin to lift. Everything that has been trying to influence your thoughts will lose its power. Because you chose to listen. Because you opened this message. Because you allowed me to interrupt your day. Stay with me. I am not done speaking to you yet. I need to speak to you about what has been happening inside you. You have been carrying so many emotions that did not make sense to you, and I want to bring clarity to all of it. You have been experiencing things in your spirit and in your heart that felt confusing, frightening, or overwhelming, and you believed it was something wrong with you. But nothing was wrong with you. Something was happening around you, and your heart was reacting before your mind could understand. And now I want to explain it to you, because you deserve to know the truth. You have been feeling scared without reason. Something inside you would tighten, your chest would feel heavy, or your breath would feel shorter, even when your day seemed normal. But fear did not come from you. It came from the spiritual pressure placed around your life. Your spirit could feel the presence of something that did not belong near you, something that tried to bring fear, something that tried to disturb your peace. You felt fear rising because your spirit sensed danger your eyes could not see. When you suddenly felt unsafe for no reason, it was not your imagination. It was your spirit being alert. There were moments you felt watched, as if someone's eyes were on you even when you were alone. You pushed the feeling away, but it kept returning. That feeling came because something was observing you spiritually. The enemy does not watch your steps, he watches your weakness, your tiredness, your emotional openings. When you felt that strange discomfort, that sensation of being seen, it was your spirit sensing the presence of something that came close without permission. But I saw it too, and that is why I placed this message here. I needed to speak before that feeling grew into fear. Your dreams have also been changing. You have been experiencing restlessness when you sleep. You wake up tired, or you wake up quickly as if something startled your spirit. There were dreams that left you unsettled. There were nights where your sleep felt thin, unstable, were broken. There were moments you woke up with a racing heart or a tense body, and you didn't understand why. But your dreams were not random. Your spirit was fighting battles during the night while you slept. I covered you, I protected you, but you still felt the shake of the spiritual activity happening in your sleep. You also experienced sudden anxiety that came out of nowhere. It rose quickly, without warning, without a reason. One moment you were fine, the next moment you felt overwhelmed. That anxiety did not belong to you. It was not a sign of weakness. It was not a sign that something was wrong with your mind. It was spiritual pressure trying to press into your thoughts. When darkness senses someone chosen, someone rising, someone about to step into purpose, it tries to disturb their heart with sudden anxiety. It tries to confuse them with overwhelming emotions. It tries to weaken their faith by shaking their sense of peace. But listen to me, that anxiety was not you. It was not a reflection of who you are. It was a reflection of what was trying to come against you. There were moments when you felt disconnected from me, from your purpose, from your calling. You felt numb when you prayed. You felt empty even when talking to me. You felt distant from your own goals, your dreams, your hopes. You felt like your spirit was fading, not dying, but going quiet. And you thought it was because I stepped back from you. But I never stepped back from you. Not for a second. Every moment you felt far from me, it was not because I moved, it was because darkness was trying to pull you away. You were being pulled away from me without realizing it. That is what I need you to understand. The enemy does not pull with force. He pulls with tiredness. He pulls with confusion. He pulls with emotional numbness. He pulls with lies that sound like your own thoughts. He pulls with the quiet voice that says, "You're not worthy." He pulls with the whisper that says, "Maybe God forgot you." He pulls with the heaviness that says, "You're too weak to pray." He pulls with the doubt that says, "Maybe you're on the wrong path." He does not need to push you into darkness. He only needs to make you feel like you're walking alone. Because he knows if you feel alone, you stop reaching out. You stop praying. You stop trusting. You stop believing. And without realizing it, you slowly drift. Not because you want to, because you are exhausted. And I watched you drift. Not far, not completely, but enough to make me speak now. You were drifting because your heart was tired, not because your faith was gone. Your spirit was still awake. Your heart was still reaching for me. Even when you felt disconnected, you still whispered my name. You still hoped I was listening. You still wanted me near you. That is how I know your faith never died. It only got buried under the weight of emotions that were not yours to carry. I saw your confusion. I saw the way your thoughts jumped around. I saw how your emotions felt like waves crashing without rhythm. I saw how your heart tried to stay calm but kept shaking. I saw how your mind tried to stay focused but kept drifting. I saw how you tried to act strong even when inside you felt weak. I saw the way you pressed through your day with a tired smile. I saw the way you tried to handle everything on your own because you didn't want to worry anyone. I saw the way you stayed silent because you didn't even know how to explain what you were feeling. You thought these things made you unstable, but they did not. They made you human. They made you vulnerable. And darkness targets vulnerability. He tries to slip in through cracks formed by pain. He tries to whisper into moments of weakness. He tries to plant lies in moments of confusion. And that is what he was doing to you. Not because you invited him. Not because you were doing anything wrong. But because your spirit is valuable. Because your future is powerful. Because your calling is real. Because you carry something inside you that threatens the enemy's plans. You are stronger than you know. But even the strongest hearts feel pressure. Even the strongest minds feel tired. Even the strongest spirits feel shaken. That is why I am speaking to you now. I want to help you understand that none of this was your fault. The chaos you felt was not your identity, it was the symptom of a spiritual attack that came close to your life. If you had no purpose, you would have no pressure. If you had no calling, you would have no battles. If you carried nothing, darkness would ignore you. But you were chosen. You were marked. You were called. And that is why the enemy tried to disturb you before you stepped into the next chapter I prepared for you. You were being pulled away from me not by choice, but by emotional exhaustion. I saw it happening softly, quietly, slowly. All the small emotions that made you feel distant from me were not born from truth. They were born from interference. Your spirit was trying to hold on. Your heart was crying out for clarity. Your mind was struggling to breathe under the weight of thoughts that did not belong to you. And I knew that if I did not step in now, you would continue thinking the emptiness you felt was a sign of my absence. But listen to me. I was never absent. I was watching every moment. I saw when your heart felt scared. I saw when your spirit felt watched. I saw when your dreams turned restless. I saw when sudden anxiety tried to choke your peace. I saw when you felt disconnected from me. And I said, my child cannot carry this alone. That is why I came. That is why I interrupted your day. That is why I brought you to this message. You need to understand something deeply. You are not losing me. You are finding me again. You are not falling away. You are being pulled back. You are not being defeated. You are being strengthened. The emotions you felt were not the end, they were the sign that I was about to begin something new in you. Now I need to show you the attacks that were forming around your life, the ones you could not see but your spirit could feel. These attacks were not loud or obvious. They were hidden, silent, gentle enough to seem harmless, but powerful enough to slowly weaken your spirit if I didn't step in. The enemy knows that you are strong, so he does not attack you with open destruction. He attacks you with small things, quiet things, subtle things, and I saw every one of them before you did. Right, amen. I rest in your perfect timing of patience, and trust have become your strength and share this video.